For nearly a year, Marcus Hill's nights were defined by a standard 12-floor office building. The lobby directory confirmed this layout, listing every floor in sequence before jumping straight to the roof. At exactly 1:13 a.m., however, the building's rigid logic failed. One of the elevators would arrive in the lobby, opening its doors to reveal a completely empty car. The security cameras never captured anyone entering or exiting. The doors simply stayed open for exactly 13 seconds, then quietly closed on an empty car. This recurring sequence acts as the opening phase of a predatory system, a mechanical prompt designed specifically to bait human curiosity. Curiosity eventually overrode protocol. Instead of watching the feed, Marcus decided to stand in front of the elevator at the 1:13 a.m. mark. When the doors opened, the digital display inside the elevator illuminated 13. Marcus knew the building's directory skipped from 12 to the roof. Standing at the threshold, he faced a destination that did not exist in any blueprint. He stepped inside. The elevator moved past 5, 8, and 12, before finally coming to a stop at the impossible 13th floor. The system had successfully bypassed Marcus's instincts, using his own desire for an answer to lead him into a lethal snare. The environment on the other side of the doors was freezing. Marcus stepped out into a decaying corridor of flickering lights and old wooden office doors that looked decades older than the floors below. This diagram illustrates a localized temporal distortion. Every clock was frozen at exactly 1:13 a.m. Time had ceased to move. Then a ringing telephone acts as a lure vector, pulling the victim deeper into the floor. Marcus answered the phone. A weak, whispered voice warned him that he didn't belong there, and the line immediately went dead. The sensory isolation and temporal freeze were now complete, cutting Marcus off from his reality and leaving him exposed to the floor's inhabitants. The moment the line went dead, the system entered its execution phase. Every office door in the hallway swung open at once. Figures sat inside every room, initially facing away. Then, in a single synchronized motion, every chair turned toward him. These entities possessed no eyes and no mouths. Their faces were nothing but perfectly smooth skin. Marcus ran. He sprinted toward the elevator, but the hallway seemed to stretch, keeping the doors just out of reach, while heavy, echoing footsteps followed close behind him. He reached the car and repeatedly pressed the close button. The doors sealed shut, and the elevator dropped rapidly back toward the lobby. As this graph demonstrates, the trap operates outside conventional physics. While Marcus felt he had been on the floor for much longer, his watch confirmed that only 1 minute had passed in the real world. The building manager offered no explanation, insisting that a 13th floor had never existed. Marcus resigned that day, leaving the building and its anomaly behind. Weeks later, a new security guard took his place, resetting the baseline for the system to begin its cycle again. At 1:13 a.m. on the guard's first night, the elevator doors opened. He saw the number 13 on the display and quietly stepped inside. The system functions with a quiet efficiency, erasing its tracks and replacing lost bait with fresh victims as if the previous night never happened. The 13th floor operates as a self-sustaining mechanical trap, disguised as standard architecture. This specific case suggests that a familiar environment can hide a predatory structure once its internal logic is broken. When confronted with an architectural impossibility, the only way to win the system is to refuse to cross the threshold.